Hello everybody, my name is Taylor Stanford and this is Jonathan Hanks.
And boy, do we have some news for you. 20 years ago, there were over 1 million children, 10 to 15 years old, working in America. Today, there are over 2 million. Industries employ children as young as 5 to 6 years old to work in as many as 18 to 20 hours a day. The Keating-Owen Act was passed, but later declared unconstitutional on the grounds that Congress could not regulate local labor conditions. In February, the Supreme Court overruled the decision against the Keating-Owen Act. As a result, businesses that ship their goods across state boundaries have to abide by ruling that children under the age of 18 are unable to work in jobs that are hazardous to their health. Industrialization did not create child labor, but did contribute to the need for child labor reform.
Last night at the Cromwell Works in Philadelphia, Martin's life came to a tragic end. In front of hundreds of fellow workmen, Martin was cut into small pieces. Nobody has yet discovered how he got dragged into the dangerous machinery, but as of right now, I think there's a little mistake cost him his life. I would tell you what happened when he got pulled through the machine, but I'd rather not. The only thing I can tell you is that he was literally in pieces before anyone could shut off the machine. The thing is, all this stuff happens all the time because of all the unsafe working conditions these big businesses produce. It is awful. President Roosevelt has been campaigning for safer working conditions recently. Hopefully sometime soon laws will be put into place to help stop these kind of accidents from happening. Now here's to the girls in LA. Yeet.
Hello everyone, I'm Hay, this is Rye.
And boy, do we have some breathtaking news for you today. Shall we start with the good or the bad?
Bad.
Alright, here's the Hay.
So everyone's heard of those sick tenements, right? Well, they have awful sanitation. There's literally not a single bathroom in there. There's no windows for any ventilation, so diseases spread like nuts. And not to mention that there are probably like 30 people living in each one because the rent is so expensive a month that the families have to go in together to pay for it. So if there is an emergency, there's probably 1 or 2 fire escapes per building, which is not going to save anyone. So today they decided to make some changes. Well, now they have 1 bathroom, but for every 3 apartments, which could be for like 100 people because there's obviously like 100 people living in each tenement. So how is everyone supposed to take a bath in the same night? That's why I'm confused. But then they decided since there's diseases spreading like crazy that they should probably install some windows. So they've got 1 window for every apartment. But some of the little cheapskates of the building, they decided that they were going to face the windows towards the hallways, which does nothing. So they changed it again. They had to revise it to where it had to be facing a source of sun or just any ventilation in general. So it just had to be on the outside wall. And they did not change anything on the rent though. So now there's still thousands of people living in 1 building, which is ridiculous if you ask me.
Crazy. Now I have some news that's half bad, half good. Starting off with bad and leading into the good. Before women had any rights, the conditions were very unfair. Even after they passed the 15th Amendment, women still had 0 rights.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. No guarantee to liberty, child, health, wealth, or property. All the women were fighting and going through many obstacles to earn freedom and independence. After a 70-year battle, women finally earned the right to vote. The 19th Amendment was set in stone, and now all women are equal to men and officially earned the right to vote.
Breaking news, everyone. This is the first mixed gender voting there has ever been, ever, forever. Next! Next. Next. So, ladies, how was it voting for the very first time?
You don't even know how happy I am.
It was literally the best feeling ever. Like, wow.
We're equal.
We're
I'm in
finally
shock.
equal to all men. Wow.
I feel so good about myself. God bless America.
God bless the USA.
Seriously.
You heard it.
Red, white, and blue, boys!
So, how do you think about the women voting for the very first time?
I think this is absolutely terrible. There's no way that they should be able to vote. I can't believe it. Who in their right mind would let women vote?
You heard it. He's disgusted. And this is all we have for you wonderful ladies and gentlemen.
Tune in never again, because this is our first and last news report.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your life. I would tell you what happened when he got pulled through the machine, but I'd rather not.
Yuck.
The only thing... Last night at the Caramel Works factory in Philadelphia, Martin's life came...
You can't say good. Starting off with the bad, leading into the good.
There's a hair in my eyeball. There's a hair in my eyeball. I'm freaking out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't sit there and pick it.
The only thing I can tell you is that he's literally in pieces before anyone was able to shut off the machine. The thing is that all this stuff happened... Okay.